Hello, everybody. This is Gareth Cahoon Speaks back with part three of Good News Through the Eyes of the Jews. I'd like you to smack that bell or give me a thumbs up or hit the subscribe bar to keep up with some of my content. Hostages using renewed military pressure on Hamas. 200 days and nothing has changed. Hostage families mark 200 days of captivity just the other day there. um, Meeting with Natsa Yehuda Battalion Israeli DM Gallant hits back against proposed US sanctions. But that's one thing that Biden done, and he put sanctions on a whole battalion of Israel's military, and then he stands on one side of his mouth saying that his support for Israel is ironclad, and then the other side of his mouth he's doing that. He needs to uh, wake up and smell the cornflakes, and he needs to get Obama out of his ear, because it's quite clear that um, Obama, his fingers are all over this. Believe what I do not say, what I say. Biden's policies inflame the Middle East and enable Iranian terror to think that they've got the upper hand. And let me tell you, they don't. The IDF and Israel are far more superior to any army in any country, in any world, in any time, anywhere. Yes, they might be third ranked in the world, but their proficiency in how they've done this war has been absolutely exemplary. Yes, there has been innocent civilians killed, but compared to other wars, compared to what Britain and America did in Afghanistan and them countries, is just, there's no comparison. Tel Aviv professor warns Israeli research face global creeping boycott. Um, These is just boycott, divestment, and sanctions, which has been another lie that the Palestinians have been saying, that because Israel is supposedly, which is a lie, controlling Arab land, um, the global community is boycotting them and boycotting Israeli products, which is totally repugnant. And these all these things won't stand, because the God of Israel stands with Israel and not the other way around. Israel blasts UN for excluding Hamas from sexual violence blacklist, which is just absolutely criminal whenever they actually filmed it on GoPros. October 7th is just a prelude to annihilation of Israel, says senior Qatari official. 13 arrested for attempting to smuggle young goats onto the Temple Mount for sacrifice. Go on, you boys, you get the sacrificing them goats. Bring back the Messiah quickly. All is forgiven to Israel, because you know what? In the future, it won't be the church that will be prominent, it will be Israel. The 144,000 male Jewish evangelists will preach the gospel with signs, wonders, and miracles following. And the two witnesses, Moses and Elijah, will bring down fire on the earth and will be killed, and their death will be celebrated as a satanic Christmas. All Christmases are satanic, but this one will beat them all. And as pro-Palestinian protests spread, members of US Congress call on Biden to protect Jewish students, which is a complete and utter laughing joke when you see what he's just done by slapping uh, sanctions on groups within the Israeli Defense Forces and other secular groups. Anti-Semitism was a tsunami. I think the October 7th just helped it erupt. Anti-Israel NGO declare they plan to seize American universities, which is a joke as well because they've been under the control for decades now. The left has just supplanted themselves in the universities, and they get bundles of cash from the Middle East uh, and other parties that you wouldn't wish to be giving money to anybody. In Passover address, Biden slams Columbia University protests and calls them blatant anti-Semitism. But what he's been doing lately is the same, so he doesn't really have room to talk. In every generation, they try to destroy us. That's what the Jewish people have been saying. There's always a Haman that pops up some road or some way. Scroll up. In the war in Gaza and the rebellion against the God of the Bible, evangelicals can correct course of history, and we must. Let's step into the story so that we don't be blotted out, that we can be those people that are grafted into the promises of Abraham by faith in the Jewish Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach, or Jesus our Lord. The acceleration of evil is taking hold in America and the world, but it's more clear to be seen in America with the 8 million people that have come over the border. When God called Moses to rescue the nation of Israel, Moses said no. What lessons can we learn from that? Jesus the Messiah in the Seder night and the story of the 4 cups. The 4 cups are the cups of the 4 cups the 4 cups of Passover are uh, the wise, the wicked, the simplified, the one who cannot even ask, and that us the diverse relationship of family members to their parents, faith as well as to family, and the collective tradition. You see, the Passover Seder is a family event where they retell them coming out of uh, bondage, uh, and it's a great, great thing for Christians to celebrate too, because after all, we are grafted in, and we need to remember these stories too, because we will be celebrating them in the New Jerusalem. You see, all this news um, that all this news from Israel is no, is tragic. And just at the end of this post, I'd like to say a quick prayer for Israel. May your borders be secure, Israel, and may all your people be free. This is my prayer for Israel. Shalom, Maranatha, and Hallelujah.